So here we are. The Earth as seen from Apollo 17. I could show you this image, or I could show you a bumper sticker. To show you how populated this planet has become, I could show you this, or I could show you this. There are 7 billion people on the planet, and 10 billion people projected by 2050. We're already past the carrying capacity of the planet. According to the World Wildlife Fund, we, by August 20th this year, had gobbled up the natural resources that our planet can generate in 1 year's time. So the rest of the year, we're in deficit, over 4 months more than we can sustain. Here is the same old photo of trash you've seen. So what about this one? Takes a second, doesn't it? For a theatrical performance earlier this year, I worked with a designer named Will McCarty to create these virtual bumper stickers to replace the science slides that I usually use in my presentations. Poor ducks, swimming around in an algae bloom. I use this slide to talk about the challenge to biodiversity, or this bumper sticker. On its current trajectory, climate change may wipe out up to 30% of species on the planet by 2050. So climate change is pretty heavy stuff, and that's why I believe that using humor creates a safer platform for paying attention. And paying attention is a heart-wrenching and intimidating activity, but it's also absolutely necessary. Because when you pay attention, you see things like this. But I prefer to use this. Leaf blowers are the emblem of unnecessary carbon emissions. To my observation, people use leaf blowers to blow their stuff out of their space arbitrarily into somebody else's space where it's no longer their responsibility. So I use this bumper sticker to talk about externalities. Externalities is the word for the byproduct of whatever you're creating or making, like your car tailpipe or your coal plant smokestack, or your phosphorus runoff from your farm that ducks have to swim through later, or your own personal methane emissions. So why not call them this? Externality station. So what have these externalities created? A toxic, chaotic, warming world, increasingly harmful to all life forms. How warm? Well, let's see. In Australia, they had to add 2 new colors this year to express how hot it was. So, a little bit about me, humor. This is a photo of my friend Michael and I. We play doctors on the internet. The two of us are a vaudeville team called the Apocadox, and we collect thousands of stories, articles, research papers from around the world to express the horror of what's happening to the planet. So we need to use humor to survive that. But I've thought a lot about who I am, and of course I have to look to my parents for that. Here's a photo of my mom and dad 26 years ago at my wedding. When I was little, 8 or 9 years old, my dad got a mysterious illness called multiple sclerosis. Nobody knew what it was at that point, and I was just a kid. Nobody told me what was going on. All I knew is that there was a lot of fear and anxiety in my home, and my already natural interest in being funny became a job. Because if I could make my mom and dad laugh, then I was doing a good job. So it's my dad and myself and my little sister there. It's kind of absurd when I think about it. My childhood, I worried about my dad And now my adulthood, I worry about the entire world. So the connection there, of course, is home. And our home, this planet, is besieged by unprecedented challenges. And for me, humor helps to tame the fear. So here are a few slides that express some behavioral changes. Of course, renewable energy is a lot safer than fossil fuels. But I also wanted to share this photo I took in Glacier National Park a couple years ago. That's right, it's a mushroom in the shape of a wind turbine. Very powerful. And of course, transportation is a key way to cut down on carbons. I ride a bike year-round, but I also occasionally hitchhike. That's right, another friend named Michael and I hitchhiked to an art gallery earlier this year. Yes, it took us a little while to get picked up. You all know about eating local? I say do everything local, party local. It's an image from a party I throw every year that honors Earth Hour, the day when everybody shuts off their electricity for 1 hour planet-wide. Finally, you can do all the stuff, all the good green stuff as an individual, but a policy and political angle is immensely important. I took this photo in Washington, D.C. at the Forward on Climate March. 44,000 people there to encourage Obama to say no to the Keystone XL pipeline, except for one person, my son, thanking Obama for bringing back his favorite television show. Look, he didn't plan ahead either. See his poster? Did not plan ahead. I say mixing up humor and horror for the heaviest story provides a light touch. And finally, I want to share this image I took in Madison, Wisconsin at a Halloween party last year. A knight in repurposed beer box shining armor. If he can do this, we can do anything, including laughing at the unfunniest thing of all. Thank you.